Welcome everyone, we are back with another channel review with my friend Orcosaurus.
Hello.
He's another mentor of the Team RBG. As you guys know, if you have been here before, he's a mentor of the Team RBG. Team RBG is sponsored by Stream Jams. Is actually a team with content creators, which is supporting a lot of content creators throughout their journey by, doing workshops, teaching them, helping them, guiding them, not doing the work for them, not follow for follow, not support for support, but we guide those content creators to get better, to improve their skills and to learn new skills as well. So let's begin with the channel review of KingMes92. So first things first, I do like the background, the panel. Kind of like the logo is the same issue as most people have. It's a little bit overcrowded, in my opinion. There's too many things going on that logo, but I would actually just I don't understand what the deal is with people actually putting their name on the logo. Whether you do your logo with your initials, that sounds great. You have your logo with your initials, which is, kind of like a style on itself. Or you do a logo, but don't put your name on it. Just have your logo. Your logo will be identified as your name as well, if you get what I mean. So it kind of like it will make... Kind of like it makes redundant having the name on the logo, if you get what I mean. I don't really like it, in my opinion. Also, the panel looks great. Also, I would like to say, I don't really like the numbers at the end of the names because it just takes away from the uniqueness of the actual brand. We're talking about this, like I always say, in Orcosaurus, the same thing. We're talking at this as if we were about to take over this and be professionals about it. Make this a full-time our job, and what I would do with this, obviously with this brand. So myself, I would look for a way of removing the 92. I don't like the numbers. It's just like I said, it's not. It doesn't feel like it's unique. Other than that, I think it's like on the panel, I would probably add, if your name is KingMes on every single platform, or on like socials, for example, I would add maybe the symbols of the platforms on the sites, maybe like Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, or whatever. But that's nitpicking. Kind of like it looks fine. It just looks like the branding. Kind of like the whole fire skull theme going on the channel. From Orcosaurus, shall we go straight into the videos?
If he had some, I would go right into the videos, but all he has is clips.
Yeah, he's got clips. That's exactly what I was thinking, what I was looking at right now. I haven't been able. I have seen him live, obviously, because I've been on his channel previously. But he doesn't have any VODs from his videos, which is kind of like weird. He's either deleting them, or he doesn't have it activated as saving automatically on his channel. So maybe the case is that he doesn't know how to activate them. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go and show it to people how to store your VODs. So if you don't know this and your VODs are not saving, right, what you have to do is go to your creator dashboard, and then you select settings, and on your settings you go into the stream. Okay, so you go into the first option, which is stream, and right here, VOD settings, right here. So on these VOD settings, you have the option of storing your past broadcasts. So you have to be obviously you have to click this manually. I don't know that by default, I believe that is activated. Also, you have to activate always publish your VODs, so they actually are published to your channel. A lot of people actually don't know this. You can manually exclude, maybe if you don't want your VODs to be showing as just chatting, for example. So let's just say you want to save every single VOD, but not the VODs that are just chatting. So those VODs will not be saved. But then, obviously, this is some, obviously, if you want to exclude something, but always activate, just store your past broadcast and publish your VODs. If you're doing this because you don't want this to be shown on your channel, because you have copyrighted music, then you have a really clear option, which is playing Stream Jams by Lorval Gaming. Guess what? We create copyright-free music here as well. Plug. So if you play copyright-free music, which is Stream Jams, it can be found on every single music streaming platform. And actually, that music, you will never have to worry about, music copyright strikes ever again on any of your channels. So either, YouTube or Twitch or any, podcast, whatever you want.
Also, just as a general information about copyrighted music and Twitch, it does not, deleting the VODs does not save you from getting copyright strikes. I will say that again. It has happened before and it will happen again. People do not understand this because Twitch saves the VODs in the back end. Because if a report comes in and you delete the VOD on the page, they still have to look back at the VOD, what happened. And there is bots in the back end scanning for copyrighted music.
That is correct. That is true. That is true.
Do not think 1 second you're off the hook because you're deleting your VOD.
Or not storing them, because Twitch automatically stores them on the back end. Because they just think about this, Twitch is saving their own stuff. Like basically Twitch is saving, kind of like saving their own ass. If you get what I mean. Like they're trying to, if something happens, if a copyright label comes to them and they copyright claim as like whatever VODs or whatever videos from this specific person. They can go through the VODs they have saved on their actual, like they can have saved on their actual backend. They can go and analyze the music. They can go and say, oh, actually, you are right. They have been playing your copyrighted music from your label. So they will actually copyright strike your channel, whether you have the VOD saved or not. It's always gonna be, like Orcosaro said, it's gonna be on your, it's not gonna be visible for you, but it's gonna be visible for them, for the actual, for Twitch, for the actual developers or whatever they need it for. But they do save VODs on their backend, so you are not off the hook by not saving your VODs. You're better off playing copyrighted music. Right, so
you're better off playing copyrighted music. Wow.
Oh, no, copyright-free music. Apologies. Copyright-free music. Copyright-free music. Did I say copyrighted music? I apologize.
Yeah, you said. Come on.
I didn't mean to.
Cam looks a little bit
off, isn't it?
This cam, yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I don't know.
Oh my God.
I don't know if that's like
bloody
on...
scary face thingy.
That's on purpose or...
That's a clip, bro. That actually scared the heck out of me. Oh my God. Oh my God. That actually scared the heck out of me. Jesus Christ. Right, so...
the cam needs to be repositioned and needs to be a bit larger, I think.
Yeah. Also, the color on the cam seems strange, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh my God, another one. Jesus Christ, bro.
I think he's just using, like, the light of his monitor.
I don't know. I don't know if it is, but I don't know if he's using the light of his monitor or it's actually the it's just so faded, trying to hide the green background. That might be just playing with the colors and making it look so kind of like washed out, so faded. So it kind of like he seems like he looks like a ghost. I mean, it's perfectly for the theme that you're playing right here, actually. Because you kind of like look like a ghost because there is absolutely no... It's so pale. Like even the black doesn't look black. It looks gray. So it's kind of like... That's what the feeling that I get from it. Obviously, could be an issue with how far the green screen is and you have to play with the webcam. I had this issue in the past because obviously I didn't have enough space and I had to kind of like work around with my webcam to make it, to make myself disappear from the green background. So I kind of like messed with the colors. I would say either you need better illumination. If that is the case, you do need it. You can buy a quite cheap, ring lights from Amazon for about £10 or $10. Like, they are not expensive at all. You can find some good ones that can actually illuminate your face, and it's not something that you're gonna spend a lot of time. I mean, you can even go as far as use your lamp. One of your lamps, if you put the lamp and you cover the top part of the lamp with the same material as the cover around the lamp, and you put the lamp facing towards you, you will get the same thing as you would get with a studio light, for example, that I have over here. You get exactly the same. Obviously, it's kind of like more obvious. That's the cheap version. That's the free version. If you want to go for something that is not that expensive and you can afford still at $10-15 kind of like lights, get yourself some ring lights from Amazon, and they are they're quite nice. They're quite good, and one of them will do probably. Not even two of them, so just one of them will do, and they're not gonna be very expensive. I had them for a long time with a green screen, and they were perfect. I had two actually, because there was an offer with two of for £18, and I actually got a couple of them, and they were perfect. I've been running with those for months, and they were pretty good. Also, I believe the top side. Do you like the top side, Orcasaurus? The follower, the subscriber, the donation. I think it's too big, isn't it?
I think it's alright, actually. It doesn't. It's not. I think it's okay.
Okay.
Honestly, it's just on the cusp of being too big, but I think it's still okay. I've seen worse. I've seen much worse. Okay. Honestly,
in my opinion, I think it's slightly big. It's slightly too big. Also, I would like to change the font and the letters. On these in the middle, isn't it?
Yeah, and it should be recentered because it looks like it's not really centered. But I'm on you with the font and on you with the
Yeah. So kind of like changing the color of this to kind of like your brand channel colors, like maybe the red thing. So kind of like maybe there's a red on the outside of the new subscriber, new donation, but maybe making these a different color that would pop up a little bit more. Maybe like a goldish color, kind of like stands out, or like a red color. So kind of like the channel color, and then kind of like recenter it slightly. Change the font to match this one, and just make it maybe a tiny bit smaller because it's a little bit too big, just slightly smaller. I would say myself personally, I'm not exactly a big fan of such a big panels because they cover too much on the screen. I will make it slightly, but just a touch smaller myself. Also, the fact that the same thing that I always say the same thing is just having your logo on your screen while you're streaming is completely irrelevant. It's a take of space, and it just doesn't really work. I just don't know what it is that everyone trying to put the logo on their stream, but everyone can see your logo as soon as they walk into your channel. It's a little bit, I don't know, it's just I feel like it's a little bit irrelevant, and this is a space that you could be using for something else, for example. Like Orcasaurus said, make yourself slightly bigger on the screen. I do like how he's got the Team LBG logo on the corner over here, on the top of his shoulder. That's actually a very clever way of putting it. And I do like
that
this.
Is true.
I do like this.
Yeah, that is true.
That is a really cool, really nice way to do it. Actually, that's what I recommended to Ray Chona, and he's actually doing the same thing. And he's got in the corner. That's a thing that I've seen quite a lot lately on a lot of streamers. Having, kind of like the supporting logos, the sponsors and stuff like that, kind of like a smaller size, but closer to your body, closer to where you are, because people tend to actually go and look at yourself, and they look maybe at the sponsors and everything that you have around you. So it's kind of like, that's a really good idea. That's really clever. I do like this idea, and I might steal your idea for something that I have planned, actually. So like I said, the logo. This could be replaced with anything, like anything. Can you think of something that could be replacing the logo on the bottom left?
We already talked about it. You can put a capom on there. You can leave it just free because there is no need for their putting anything there. You can put an acid rotator there if you have like a partnership with various companies and show their logos instead of yours. You can, like, I mean, that there's so much you can do. You can like do the stream avatar thing on. Is it called stream avatars on Steam? But I mean, it takes like the entire screen, but whatever. It's you can like do whatever, you know. Just don't put your logo there. Just do something else.
Yeah, it kind of like the Capamon thing is actually really cool. That's something that I've seen a lot of people, you know. It feels it's a cool thing. I think it's really cool having the gingerbread man, or maybe that gingerbread man actually goes perfect with Christmas. We can't really see anything else, like notifications or anything, because obviously there is absolutely nothing other than clips on the channel. There's only 4 clips, and they are quite scary, so I don't want to go through them. Let's go straight to the About Me section, shall we? So, welcome to the King's Army. I do hope you stay for a while. Come join my Discord for even more fun while I'm off stream. Hope to see you over there.
Can I just say something right away?
Go on.
Please, for the love of God, do not write your bio section in all caps.
Yeah.
Please don't. Like,
people are not gonna pay more attention.
I will even pay less attention and probably will not consider doing anything because I feel like somebody's yelling at me.
I mean, to be honest with you, he's reading everything on caps. Like the whole bio.
Yeah, I know. He wrote everything on caps. I mean, bonus points for that, but like, still don't write your bio in caps, please.
Yeah. I also something slightly like something to add here for the About Me section. I would like to see, like I said, this About Me section down here could be used over here, rather than just join my Discord for more. Like, just rather than doing that, present yourself. People are going to look at the About Me section every single time we're reading someone at the end of the stream. Always, every single time we go, the first thing I go is I read chat the About Me section on that person that we're gonna rate. So we base ourselves on what we see on the screen from the stream, and also what we read from the About Me section. So this, I would say, is way more important than your panel, because I do not go to the panel ever. The first thing I go to is the About Me section. I just read the top bit. So I would say add something like what you are explaining here about this. Maybe reduce that, rather than having an explanation about your processor, having an explanation about your Xbox, or anything like that. Just say what you're saying, you know, kind of like streaming now for almost a year, starting on Mixer, and now Mixer shut down. Now, you know, starting on Mixer, now on Twitch, blah, blah. So just put that on your About Me section. It's not too long, though. It's not going to be as long as this, but be concise. Just explain who you are, where you come from, and what you do. And why people want to watch you, rather than someone else. Simple stuff.
I need to say one thing again.
Yeah.
Don't write that you're a former Mixer streamer. Please don't. Mixer is done and over. Get over it.
Yeah. A lot of people
I know I'm gonna be super harsh right now, but like, Mixer is dead.
Yeah.
Like, please accept it.
But you can have it still as you were in the past on Mixer, as a point over there. That, you know, I was in the past on Mixer, and you know, maybe someone has comes across you and has been on Mixer, and that interested them on checking you out as well. That's fine. Obviously, that's completely up to you. What I said, second, you got the rules and everything. Like, if you expect everyone to read all of it, good luck, because I will not personally. The rules should be shorter and more concise. More to the point. These rules seem overly, you know, too many things going on. Overly some stuff like that. That's completely fine. You got XP hype doing the overlays and everything. That's a big explanation. Like, same thing, like support and everything. I would love to see you kind of doing this a lot shorter, a lot more kind of like, not there's so much reading here. Like, that will put people off. We are on an era where the era that we live on right now is, video wise, is TikTok. Like literally, if you go over 15 seconds, no one even pays attention to your videos. It's just shorts on YouTube where you have to be under 60 seconds. And, you know, the shorter the video is, the more will be watched. Kind of like we live on this era of people have no patience and you have to be concise. You have to be really fast and get to the point really fast. People have to see what they want and what you are, like, right away. If you put a bunch of things, a bunch of letters underneath your panels, I assure you 100% no one is going to look through your thing. I actually got, like, I got to this point over here to Series S. I don't know if you guys can you guys say highlighted? So I gotta be honest with you, I got to this point and I got bored already of your bio. I already got bored because it's like you have been telling me so many things here. It's like the rest of the thing is like, it's too many letters here. I just want to see who you are, just fast and concise. That's why the About Me section is here for. Because they trying to make you, like every brand, they're trying to make you to tell everyone else who you are really quickly. Like in, I believe it's 360 spaces, 360 letters, I believe it is. 300 characters only. So you have to be able to explain who you are in 300 characters. If you are using more than 300 characters, you are overusing everything. Also, like this, check them out and everything. That's completely fine. That's great. You can support a lot of people, your socials and everything, your PC specs, you know, your Discord and everything, your schedule. That's a little bit kind of like irrelevant because you have a whole section here which you can put your schedule every single week and change the games, and it will be easier for people because they will be actually checking out your content. They would see who you're gonna play, what you're gonna play, what days, what time in the actual time frame. Right here, you're telling me you play at 8 p.m., 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. But what is this? EST? Oh, all the times are Central Time. So I'm not gonna change the times to Central Time to my time. I'm not gonna waste my time doing that. If I go to the schedule and you put it here, it's gonna show the time on my time on GMT +1. So, you know, just make it easy. So kind of like that's why the schedule section has been added to Twitch not long ago. This is actually quite recent. You know what I mean? So just try to get rid of this and, you know, send it over to the schedule here, and you can modify it every week depending on obviously your situation on work and whatnot. Also, you have 3 extensions, like we always say. You have the suggestion box, which is great. You can add a team as well that you belong to. You can add timers. You can add a kind of like your panels for your showing off your emotes. You can add, you know, depending on the games that you play. If you play Destiny, you can have a Destiny panel. You play Apex, you can have an Apex panel, or Call of Duty panel. So you can have a ton of things as well. Would you like to add anything over here on the About Me section before we go to the socials? Okosaurus?
Not really. I think you covered everything.
It's just too many things. Too many things going on.
Yeah, it's just too much.
Right, so also let's go for the YouTube channel. Have you taken a look at the YouTube channel? It's not being used for...
I mean, he has a... I have to say, at least 1 week ago he uploaded something, so that's at least something.
He's got 10 views actually on it, which is, you know, for not being active for, you know, in a year, just once. So it's kind of like, you know, 10 views is not too bad for having 9 subscribers only, obviously. You gotta, I mean, it's kind of like, you know, obviously analyze your you know, kind of like analyze your titles as well, because the power, you're missing an E over here. So it's kind of like you got to, if you're going to be doing YouTube, you have to work on it. YouTube takes a lot of time. YouTube is very, it takes a lot of dedication, and it's not for everyone. We explain this over and over again. You know, YouTube is not for everyone. If you have the time, you have to invest your time. At least you have to be posting once a week, consistently. No less than, like, put consistent content, relevant content, and content that people would love to watch, you know, on YouTube. Obviously, if you're gonna be doing Devour or Scary Games, from now on, just do those scary games, highlights of scary games or your games on Twitch and whatnot. Maybe do a kind of like walkthrough on the entire game. That could be on scary games that could have its own audience, but try to find your niche and trying to post consistently on YouTube. Let's go on to Instagram. What else we have on Instagram? 7 weeks ago, it's like there's no consistent posting either. Kind of like poor, isn't it?
It's a bit dead.
Yeah. I would love for you to see, kind of like you have a little bit of everything, which is obviously that's fine. But I would love for you to, kind of like post more consistently about, things, obviously. There is such a variety here, which is fine, but maybe something more related with your content, with your streaming, whatever you're playing, wherever you feel like, obviously, that should be something that may be something to look for as well. Account.
We don't have to check the Twitter account. It's banned.
It's suspended. Okay, so that you got a link to a suspended account. If you have a new one, obviously, check on that one, and then you have a actual Facebook account, which is not posted often, I believe. No, it's not been posted quite often. This last time was posted was on the 20th of August. So, kind of like work on those things, man. Like social media is so important. I'm gonna let Orcosaurus explain how important is social media for you, because I actually, kind of like I think I repeat myself way too often. So I'm gonna let you say it this time, Orcosaurus.
I mean, social media is probably the only way how you can grow on Twitch at the moment. So if you don't work on your socials, then it looks bad, with
you're gonna have a harder time. Let's just say it that way. You're gonna have a harder time.
I will say you barely have any
chance.
time, because I mean they're still like winning the lottery and getting the big raid and growing big overnight. It's still a thing. I won't take that away from anyone. But there's also the problem that it's, like I said, it's winning the lottery.
Yeah, don't rely on winning the lottery. Obviously,
exactly.
Do that. I mean,
because imagine, like, here's another argument why I would still work on my socials. Imagine winning the lottery, yeah, and then people obviously, and then even imagine people like what you're doing, and some of them stick around and they check out your links and everything.
Yeah.
And then they find out, hey, this dude is kind of a lame duck. He has a link to a banned like Twitter account, a suspended Twitter account. There's a link to an Instagram account that hasn't posted in 2 months. He has a link to a YouTube channel that is barely used.
Yeah.
What are they supposed to think about that,
Yeah.
What's the end goal?
It's kind of difficult. That's kind of like, obviously, if you are considering this to be kind of like your full-time career. I mean, if it's not your career and you're doing this for fun, by all means, do whatever you
do what you want to do. Yes, like okay. that is on you. But we are always looking at it from a lens of you wanting this to do full time, because Val and we are both doing it, or Val is doing it full time. I dream of it being a full-time career. I'm not there yet, but
you're very close,
maybe, hopefully. Yeah.
Still, kind of like looking at this through the lens of, trying to be, kind of like making this a professional thing, making this a kind of a career. So, social media, like Orcasado says, is very important, extremely important now, because while you're alive, you're not growing. Never. You're never going to grow. You're going to be the same person. You may get the lottery once, in your life, and you may never get the lottery in your entire life. How many people get the lottery against how many people do never get it? So, it's a, maybe a 0.1%. of streamers might get the lottery and might get famous from one raid. So, you know, that's great for them, but don't rely on that, because that most likely will never happen to you. And to anybody.
And another argument that a streamer on this platform made, he's called Ludwig, and he's pretty good at what he does. Like, I don't care about his content or whatever. He's a smart guy and he knows what he's doing. He said the following: basically, if you stream, or how to view your content on different platforms, streaming, like being live, is one ticket in the lottery. Just one ticket. Yeah. But if you put up clips, if you tweet, if you go on TikTok, if you go on Instagram, if you put stuff on YouTube, those are all lottery tickets.
Yeah.
And they stay.
Always
and
there.
Yeah, they are always there. And your stream is a lottery ticket that is invalid after you go offline.
Yeah.
And he made a great point. Like, all these things you can do on socials are all tickets in the lottery. You heighten your chances with those tickets.
Yeah.
To win the lottery.
The more you post, the more consistent you are, the more relevant your content is. Not just posting for the sake of posting. The more relevant your content is outside of Twitch, you know, or not your socials, the more chances you're gonna get, the more tickets you're gonna put down in order for you to go and say, you know, maybe on the next, you know, maybe on the next video, you may get a lot of people being interested on it, and your channel will kind of like have that boost of people. Now you have to work for it. Obviously, when people come to your stream, they don't expect them to be sitting there just watching you for the sake of it. You got to, you know, you got to take care of those people when they get to your channel. But then, you know, by posting on Twitter, you are putting loads of lottery tickets there. By posting on TikTok, you're doing the same thing. By posting on Instagram, you're doing the same thing. And by posting on YouTube, you're doing the same thing. Just kind of like, it's interesting that, you know, so many people underestimate the power of social media nowadays, even more with streaming. You know, everyone wants to jump into the bandwagon of streaming. And then, you know, they wonder why they're not being successful. Well, you have been streaming for a lot of hours lately. So you kind of like, you should be considering streaming less hours and then building your base. Obviously, firstly, build a solid, 40, 50 people base, and then you can start considering streaming maybe a little bit longer. Kind of like, that's the biggest mistake most people do. You know, they want to grow from 0 to 100 in you know, streaming every single day. You know what I mean? Like, that's how I feel about it. I honestly feel about this. Like, you know, everyone wants to grow from having no community to having a huge community just by streaming every single day. So that's not how it really works. You know, kind of like, you should be thinking less about streaming so many hours and thinking more about you know, creating content outside of streaming. That's the most important part for me.
The only thing I really want to stress is, if you have been suspended from any social media whatsoever, get rid of that link, because it looks really bad.
Yeah. Obviously, if it's something you're not working on, maybe remove the link, relink it later on. Maybe that will create, you know, kind of like, that will be useful later on. Maybe not now, but might be useful later on. Kind of like, doesn't look nice when you have something like that. People just get a little bit put off by those things, actually. But yeah, like, that's been everything from me. If you want to catch me live, you can catch me live on twitch.tv/LordValGaming every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. We do channel reviews on Mondays, Tuesday, workshops. Thursday, we're going to try to get some channel reviews as well for the Team RPG Squish thing. And Fridays, we go through the This Week at Bungie. Now, you can check Orcosaurus on Twitch.
.tv/theorcosaurus and on YouTube/Orcosaurus, and on all socials, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, the Orcosaurus. Thank you.
Absolutely. You can find them there. Well, like, subscribe, and turn on notifications to stay up to date with everything Lord Val Gaming. Streaming related, Destiny related, and gaming in general. Until next time, bye-bye.